discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Next, have anybody here that'd like to address the board that's not on the agenda? You stand up, state your name.
Paul Livingston.
No. Okay. Could you give us your address?
My address is 408A Riverview Drive.
Okay.
If anyone's familiar with the golf course, turn down the hill, I live right past Silver Lake Garden Center.
Okay.
I won't keep much of your time here. I've had a lot of water issues, especially in the last 4 to 5 years. It kind of started when the city took us in down there, when they put utilities down, going out Church Lane, but more so after they paved the road, or they changed the angle, the way the water went down the road to the creek toward the river. They beveled it in the center to both sides, and of course that turned more water on me. The city did come along and put a catch basin and a drain on the Riverview portion, but the drain is so high that it never catches any water, and they're supposed to come back and cut the drain down to help that situation. But if I can approach the board, I have some pictures here. This has been going on. I talked to Mr. Deal at least 4 years ago. You'll look at that. That's the first picture, shows the catch drain there. But I talked to Mr. Deal at least once or twice every year for the last 2 years, and of course I know the city's been helped situation like everybody else, and they've had other projects going, and I've tried to be understanding about that, but it's got so bad now that you can see where the land's eroded, the land's sinking in, it's devaluing my property. I think 4 years is long enough to wait for something to try to be done about it. I'd like an answer, one way or the other. If you know, if you can help me, fine. If you can't, then I'll do something else then. But I'll try to answer any question you should have.
Does it get in your house?
It's getting close. I don't know if you can see that in one picture there. It's getting close to the drain spout there, but it's getting pretty close now. It's never got in the house yet, but it's getting worse all the time.
Is it affecting other properties besides yours?
I have no idea. I know the lady across the street's got a pond, and of course that pond has an overflow and runs onto the creek that runs onto the river, but it's pretty much on my side. I work days, I get home around 4 o'clock every afternoon, and, you know, if it's sometime any of y'all would like to look at it, I'd be more than happy to, you know, meet you at my property or whatever. I know the pipe and the drains have been bought right before Brick left. I guess they still have it on hand. I'm not sure if it might have been used for something else, but of course I speak to Jason from time to time, and he says they still got the pipe laying there, you know, to be fixed, which I know you've been short on help. I mean, who's not this day and time? I mean, ain't nobody wants to work no more, so, you know, I've tried my best to be understanding, but it's got to the point my land's sinking, and of course I always keep the right-of-way mowed on the city side going out Church Lane. I try to keep it mowed all the time, because I do some bush hogging there on my place, so, I mean, that's not a big deal at all as far as y'all having to mow there, and I'll mow it.
When did you take these pictures, Bob?
Those pictures have been took probably 6 months ago or something like that. Maybe not that long ago.
So they're pretty recent.
They're recent, yes, sir.
Paul, when did he put the catch basin in? Was that done, is that what started the problem, or is that?
No, that was supposed to help the problem a little bit, but it's,
How long ago was that?
I really don't know. It's been a number of years. It's been 5 or 6 years, I'm going to say. Jason might be able to tell you, Jason might, but I'm not sure. It's been there 5 or 6 years, I'm
Probably
sure.
back when they widened the road and paved it.
We did, and back when we widened the road, we put in, if my memory serves me right, we, put in some catch basin stuff, and we widened it down through there, didn't we, Jason?
Now, I believe the catch basin Paul's talking about was put in when they widened Church Road
It was, yes.
down through there, not widening Riverview, but Church Road, and that was before I came, so I don't know.
That was
I really
in
don't
the-
know how many years it's been there.
It's been there before the last catch basin at the bottom where Mike Christian built there.
Well,
Yeah,
from looking at
it
these
was like that.
pictures here, I bet all we gotta do is lower the catch basin to drain the water.
Well, I mean, that would help a little bit, but when they come back and paved that road that's high in the middle, it's turned the water on me on this side and water on my neighbors, which is the city's right away on the left side, but that's contributing a lot to the water problem
So,
too.
because before they paved that road, it was angled to the left side.
It was either aimed to the left or it was running down the middle toward the creek, yep.
And we try to watch that when we do that, but
I mentioned it to those boys when they first started paving that, which I worked days and there was there, but, of course, they know more about paving than I would. I don't know anything about it, but it's a lot worse after the paving.
what's the answer there, Jason? Lower that catch basin or?
And there actually, that catch basin needs to be lowered. Put a drain tile down the side of his road and tie it into the catch basin down at the end of the road to take it onto the river. And we got a couple catch basins to put in between that catch basin and the one down at the end of the road.
Okay, what we'll do, we still got this stuff we bought. We'll, when this mowing slows down and stuff, we'll get over there and see if we get that correct.
Well, the reason I wanted to do it, say something now about it, if you could get to it before the weather got bad in winter or whatever.
Well, we'll have to, yeah.
But like I say, it's just, it's got so bad now, the water stands a little, and you can see the pictures there, but.
I know down below you, Pace, there, we put catch basins down there on Pace's house, take it onto the creek. We widened it down there, didn't we?
Yeah.
So, I'm like you, I think when they probably paved the road, probably done more damage than anything. Cause we've got a few streets in Churchill that's happened, cause we try to angle it to the ditch line it's supposed to go in. But that don't necessarily always happen.
Well, on the side I'm talking about that you're looking at, the right of ways across the road, your right of way where the utilities and everything are, so it's eroding my land on my side next to the road instead of,
But that catch basin on your side of the road, the city has the right of way there too, right?
short of my property line, it goes to the road. That used to be a ditch line down through there, and then when the city took us in, they put a tile down through there and covered that up when they widened the road and paved it. Used to be a gravel road down through there.
But what I'm saying, when the city put the catch basin, whenever that was, they had to have a right of way in order to put that catch basin in there, didn't
Well,
they? Did they get one from you?
they might have got one from my dad, but I know Dad gave them authorization to go ahead
Oh.
and put the catch basin in and cover the tile, and there's a tile already there. Because there was a ditch line there and they put a catch basin there, so that tile used to go down across the road into that pond which went onto the creek.
Now, is that the pond that's going down the road on the left side?
Yes,
Where Bill Powers used
yeah,
to
little
live.
Bill lived there, yeah. All that fed into, all that drain water coming down the hill from the golf course, all that fed right down to that pond, which had an overflow, and then went under the creek to the river then.
So we held it back so long and then released it to the
Right.
creek. To the river.
Yeah, there was an overflow there at Bill's driveway that took to the creek and on the river.
Let's try to get that done, Jason, before bad weather hits. Put them in. We won't have to cut the road down now, either, will we?
No, go beside, right beside the road.
We'll get on.
All right.
All right, thanks,
I
Bob.
appreciate your time.
You're welcome.
Y'all need to keep those pictures or?
No, we'll give them back to you.
Thank you, ma'am.
You're welcome.
Thank y'all. Appreciate it.
Anybody else who wants to address the board, sit on again? Stand up, state your name.
Merle Gibson.
Okay.
This is an idea that just came about between me and some other local business owners that are friends of mine. Something we'd like to put together and do for the city and our community down here in the park. I actually mentioned to Dennis a couple months ago when I got sick, and I know we're kind of up against the gun right now, but I guess the main thing I'm asking for permission to do is use the section in front of the library, down to where the farmer's market is on Saturday. And I've already talked to the inflatable place, food trucks, the bands, probably have 2 bands. The car show, and Frank Marsh agreed to help me with that, him and Kevin. As far as the car show is concerned, we're gonna charge $10 a car entry. Whatever that entry fee is, we're gonna give it all back away to 3 places, the People's Choice Award. So if there's 50 cars there, we'll split $500 between 3 places. What I know about car shows, that's pretty good money for a car show.
What do you mean you're
This
gonna
is-
donate it? I didn't mean to interrupt you.
Pardon, I
What do you mean
can't.
donate it to 3 places? What?
First, second, and third. We split that money even between those 3 places. Does that make sense?
You mean
They're the winner.
the inter,
Oh,
people
the
that enter?
winner.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
okay. Well, I thought you meant donate to
The main
nonprofit.
thing is, there's enough sponsors that I've talked to that are willing to put forth the money to pay for the inflatables, to pay for the bands, to pay for the production. This won't cost the city anything.
Okay.
This is just something that we want to do as a community, and all of us feel blessed enough that we can pick some money together and put on a great big celebration for our town and the people and the kids. And, you know, the bouncy house will be free. We talked about selling tickets, but I don't want a kid anywhere to not be able to enjoy themselves because they're gonna have $5 or $10. I'd rather get me an extra sponsor or 2 and say, hey, let's pay for this and just open it up for all kids. You know, obviously the food trucks, they're gonna charge what they charge if you wanna buy food from them. But like I say, it's just something that we wanna do. You know, our business is here. My business used to be here, it's in Mount Carmel now. I wish I could pick it up a mile down the road, but that's a whole different story. But we've got Churchill sponsors, Mount Carmel sponsors, Kingsport sponsors, a lot of people that want to be a part of this. And I just think it would be really good for our community if we can do that. And again, the best part is, the only thing it's gonna cost the cities, maybe the extra police officers you have to have, or the trash or whatnot, things of that sort.
So is your
And
date set in stone?
I can't hear. I've been
Is
a
your-
drummer for 40 years, I
Oh,
can't hear
yeah,
anything.
Tonight is kicking in. Is your date set in stone? Because,
No, I would like to have a rain date of the 28th. of
well, the
September.
reason I'm saying that is
Okay.
because I'm the director of Churchill Medical Mission,
Mhm.
and just 2 weeks later, we're doing the same thing.
No,
And
I
we've been
didn't
working
realize
on it, this will be our 2nd annual. So we're doing the car show, we're doing the bouncy
that.
houses,
I
we're
wouldn't
doing
want to do anything to
the
interfere with what
food
you're
truck.
already doing.
But, I mean, I think it's a great idea, and I don't have a problem with it,
Mhm.
except for the fact that the dates are just so, you're talking
I
September
understand.
21st, and we're doing
Absolutely.
October 5th. So I don't know that,
Yeah, the only reason I picked that date, and maybe the rain date with the 28th, is you get up in October, you get in cool down in the evenings and things of that
Mhm.
sort.
well, we've done it, this will be our 2nd time of doing it, the first weekend in October,
Mhm.
and it's an annual thing for
Yeah.
us.
But like I say, I don't want to
So,
interfere
I mean,
with anything.
I'm not trying to discourage
Oh,
you
I
or
understand.
say
I
anything,
understand.
other than the fact that, you know, it's
Mhm.
2 weeks apart, and
Won't you have them the same day?
we already have a bouncy house and a DJ, and we've got classic cars and lifted trucks and Jeeps, and we've got,
I thought
you
she's
know.
already done the same homework I did.
Well,
Like I say, I don't want
but-
to interfere.
And ours
There's car
is,
shows every
um,
weekend.
Yeah,
This was just 15, 20 people that, and like I say, I had no idea.
and ours is to benefit, I don't know if you're familiar with the free clinic, but it's free general medicine and medication for anybody that is
No, as
uninsured.
long as somebody's doing something, I think it's wonderful, because I definitely believe.
Right, and like I said, I'm not trying to discourage you, but
Mhm.
those
Oh, I
dates
understand.
are awfully close together.
Well, there's car shows every weekend, as far as that
Yeah,
goes.
you're right, there are.
Matter of
It's just
fact,
in the
on
same spot
Well,
and,
on the 28th, First Baptist having their car show.
well, and
So-
October 5th, Mount
That's
Carmel
right.
is doing their,
Yeah.
their thing, but we're collaborating with them as well, so.
2 weeks apart, I don't think it's gonna interfere with either one of them, my opinion.
Well, I will totally leave that up to you all and respect whatever you say and won't be any hard feelings.
Anytime you can bring people in the community, anytime you can bring people in the community, is
Absolutely.
better.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And all you're asking is use our parking lot or the front of the library and the farmer's market.
Yeah. You know, I recently looked at the front of the library as far as the power situation for the band production. And again, we've got enough sponsors, we're blessed, we just go rent a generator and, you know, there, that's taken care of.
So what y'all wanna do?
I'll move we let it. I don't think it'll interfere with Kathy, because
Take your motion.
I'll make a motion, we approve.
I'll second.
Any more discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed?
Maybe some of your sponsors will help her.
Pardon?
Maybe some of your sponsors will help her 2 weeks later.
Maybe so, I will be glad to help, but I appreciate
And,
it.
and we'll get the garbage cans out and,
And
if it's okay, Sandy, we'll clean that up.
the 4x4 signs, one out on 11W, one back there on Main Street, if that's okay.
We don't control 11W, that's
I
state.
mean, all that's
Main
ready
Street's
for the
fine.
printer, and if I'm lucky, I can have it done by the weekend, but if not, we'll next week, and we'll get the word out.
So you got those dates, about garbage cans? And we do the same thing for your free clinic.
What is your time?
Pardon me?
It's on,
What time?
5 to 9.
5 to 9?
it's on the sheet.
Well, they were asking in the back.
And we'll get the garbage cans out and get that picked up, so we can do that, and, we've got, the city owns some portalets, we can put those out there too, you know where they go,
Right.
that'll help too. Okay, thank you for
Let
doing
me-
Thank you very much.
Sir.
Appreciate you all.
that. Gee,
Sir,
Hey,
Mayor,
I told you, I can't hear, I'm not ignoring you.
let me give you my phone number. I'll give you mine. And then holler at me and I'll share with you some of the stuff I've got.
All right, thank you very much.
we have a committee report,
Personnel committee met last Friday. We had, 2 employees that part-time, full-time. One of them was Robert Moore. He's been here since June the 10th. He's 1250 now. He operates equipment, he can operate back. So we'd like to make him an offer of $15 per hour and start, so he can start full-time.
where does he work at, sewer?
Sewer department.
Okay,
And, Raphael Magdaleno, they call him Ralphie.
how you spell that, last name?
Rafael Magdaleno.
Okay,
He's now at 1350, and he would go to 1450, for full-time. We'd like for him to start Monday.
okay, is that your motion?
That's my motion.
We have a motion, have a second?
Second.
Discussion? Call the roll.
Kathy Christian,
Yes.
Keith Gibson,
Yes.
James Bruce,
Yes.
Ken Lester,
Yes.
Bud Tipton,
Yes.
Ms. Dip.
Aye. Any more committee reports? Anyone else now that's needs the rest of the board?
We did have, there are some things going on at the Austin Mills Park, I guess. They've cleaned up most of that stuff.
And I think they're pouring footings for some pavilion, so, or some, you can see.
Yeah, we're gonna go down there, when was it, later this week? Thursday morning. But, and they need you to be down there too. We gotta meet with Post and Electric down there about utility poles and underground power. Next, have reporters report.
So, for our cash on hand investment report for July 31st of 24, our total checking accounts in First Community Bank, we have our general fund, $4,682,072.48. Sewer fund is $2,865,185.53. Pool fund is $31,781.60. Sewer depreciation fund is $57,196.79. Our drug fund is $35,076.54. State street aid was separated into its own account, so it's easier to keep track of. That has $488,804.83. For our savings accounts in First Community, our general contingency fund has $59,048.57. General fund savings is $45,165.74. Our restricted reserve one for our park right now is $44,943.67. Our sewer hardship fund is $15,961.67. Our senior fitness savings is $11,282.33. Our local government investment fund, 137955-1, is $777.21. Local government investment fund, 137955-10, is $286.01. Our CD accounts, they matured, and we went ahead and kept the original balance and decided to go ahead and reopen these CDs at the same amount we did last time. So your general fund 1 and general fund number 2 is $1,390,000. The general fund contingency is $1,385,000. Sewer depreciation is $1,305,000. Total checking savings, these altogether is $13,722,506.43.
Do I have any questions?
Can you remind me of the interest rate of the CD fund?
They're 5%
Okay, I thought that's what it was.
for 10 months.
Yeah, I'm gonna skip around the agenda. We draw $233,209.90 interest. We put it in the last time. And we took that of course, sewer's gotta come out of that and go back into sewer. But while we're at it, skipping the agenda, it's in your packet on a backhoe we need to purchase. And we bought it through, Sourcewell. And that's same as state. And they priced the backhoe. We currently rented the backhoe we've got now, which is brand new, we received it. We rented it for a month. So anyway, to make a long story short, we ended up getting the backhoe for $137,885, and they waived the month's rent that they leased it to us for a month also. So which is a good deal. So we need a motion to purchase backhoe, and also where we got the other backhoe tore up, they give us a check for roughly, don't hold me to this, 30-some thousand, and we purchased the old backhoe that we got tore up back for $3,000, and we're gonna put new glice in it. So we first basically bought the old backhoe that was damaged at the fire down there for $3,000, which is great for the taxpayers. And eventually what we're gonna do, once we put new glice stuff in it, we're gonna move that backhoe to the sewer plant and then declare the old backhoe to sewer plant because it's old surplus and sell it. I spoke to Chad Mosley, and what we're gonna do We got a surplus list, and probably around October, once we declare this stuff surplus in September, we're probably gonna have an auction over the city garage. We done that several years ago, and get rid of a lot of stuff we don't need, and try to get a little bit of taxpayers' money back. And of course, that old backhoe will be in there also. You need to add that to the list too, Jason, if you don't care. So do we have a motion to purchase this new backhoe to, take bid? I move we purchase. We have a motion, a second?
I'll say.
Kathy seconded. Discussion. If you want to see it, it's over at the garage. We currently use it now, but it's a pretty nice piece of equipment. It's unreal that they give us the deal. They got, well, we would've got it, went through this source well, right?
So the backhoe that was damaged at the fire, was it just the glass, but other than that?
Well, there's a few other things, but once we get the glass in it, we'll be able to use it at the sewer plant. It's got iron heat in it and all that. That's the reason we'll put the glass back in. But yeah, as far as the damage, how bad it was hurt, that's not me saying. All I know is insurance covered it. And we bought it back for $3,000, so that's a pretty good deal. And all we done was got the check from 30-some thousand to 28 or 27, whatever that was. So we still got it right. I mean, we'll put glass in it this winter when it starts snowing, that's leaking inside the water. Do you have something? Oh, okay. Do we have a motion and a second? We do, don't we?
Yeah.
Discussion? Call the roll.
Kathy Christian,
Yes.
Keith Gibson,
Yes.
James Grigsby,
Yes.
Tim Wester,
Yes.
Mike Tipton,
Yes.
Ms. Still.
Aye. Next, we have orders 224-522, orders to reduce pollution by establishing peak stormwater management and erosion, prevention and settlement control measures, and permanent water quality stormwater management. Chris?
This is the second reading of this ordinance, number 24-522.
I make a motion, we dispense with the formal reading.
Oh, come on, guys.
Long.
I'm sorry, I couldn't help it.
Call for
Any
a vote.
discussion? Call the roll.
Kathy Christian.
Yes.
Keith Gibson.
Yes.
James Grigsby.
Yes.
Tim Wester.
Yes.
Mike Tipton. Tim Still.
Aye.
There's a little bit of housekeeping that I need to call to your attention. We found some reference numbers that were erroneous in the first draft of this. We've corrected those, and under the state's recommendations, we have revised the name of this to the Peak Stormwater Management and Erosion Prevention and Sediment Control Ordinance of the City of Church Hill. And I'm going to call your attention to two other, I can find them, two other material changes that were made, referring to section 14-822, 820 and 822. Well, let's see. Let's go back here. 14-819. (820) and 822, the original copy had 13 days or 30 days notice. That's a change from our previous ordinance, which allowed only a 15-day notice. So we've made it the more restrictive version to comport with our prior stormwater ordinance. It's not a material change in the ordinance itself, but it's a continuation of our prior ordinance. And the other changes were housekeeping changes that referred to existing sections. Or the first draft of this referred to non-existing sections, and we corrected those to make reference to the correct sections.
You said 14,822 and what else?
14,820,
Oh, 820, okay.
819, 820, and 821, I believe. 822, thank you.
Okay.
1, 2, 3 places.
Yeah.
So, you have you waived the formal reading of this, second reading of this ordinance. This has to go to the state. They may come back and say you need to make certain changes. We've worked through this with DT Wood, engineering. And we think that this will meet the state's scrutiny.
When we have to have this turned in,
September 1st.
so,
This is the second reading.
oh, okay, okay. You lost, you know.
Yeah. So we'll have it available for them to review. We may have to make changes at their direction, but it's implementing governmental restrictions for changes.
And I appreciate you working on this and Will Mullins.
Yeah, Will did a yeoman's job. He spent many hours.
Done fantastic.
Yeah, he did. He really did.
What's the pleasure of the board on ordinance 24-522? Have a motion for that?
I'll make a motion to adopt.
Have a motion, have a second? Second, James Griezmann. Call the roll, please.
Kathy Griffin,
Yes.
Keith Gibson.
Yes.
James Ruby,
Yes.
Ken Oster.
Yes.
Bud Tiffany,
Yes.
Ms. Dillon.
Should we send this certified mail, Chris?
It's gonna be emailed.
Email.
Next week and we'll be back.
We've got time. And he knows who it goes to.
Yeah,
And they'll come back to him with any requested changes.
Does anybody else have anything?
He did say that if it pleased the council, that he would appreciate a raise for all this good work. he's
Who
done.
did?
Will.
Yeah, you didn't say that because he's out of town on a cruise. He did do a good job. Anybody got anything else? If not, entertain a motion to adjourn. That's second.